just kind of make like a stuffing out of it. Then the chicken and the queso Oaxaca. Just going to stuff it in there like that. And then you can place this in a warm oven just to set the cheese. So, can we set this in a warm oven? It didn't burn my hand. Ah! Like that right there. And then it's a very simple dish. Like I say, at the Youth Cafe, they would put pinto beans in there, meat. It was pretty darn good. I mean, I'd work all week just dreaming of going there to get a stuffed sopapilla. So, as simple as it is. Next.
I didn't even get to taste anything yet, Terry. What's up with that? Thank you. My potatoes take a little while. What kind of chili powder do you have going on there, Terry?
When I cook with chili powder, I like just ground chili. If you go to buy the thing in the bottle that says chili powder on it, it has garlic and cumin and all that stuff already in there. That's what I used for the shrimp. And that's okay to use for that shrimp because it has all those extra spicy shrimp stuff. When I'm making a pot of chili, I don't use that stuff. I get it. And down here in the bulk foods, y'all have it, right?
Yeah.
Different types of chili, of ground red chilies.
Yep.
And that's what I use. You can experiment. Some chilies are spicier than others. Some chilies are richer than others. Some chilies have a slightly bitter edge to them. Some chilies have a bright, almost a citrus edge to them. And I like to start out when I'm making a pot of chili. You know, chili con carne, good old Texas red. I'll start out with the darker chilies first, and then I finish off with a brighter, spicier chili at the end.
Now, how many types of chilies do you usually use in chili con carne?
Probably three. At least three, or maybe four. I'll use cascabel. I'll use ancho. I'll use a chili they call Sonora Sun to finish it off, and it's
you know, we're having a chili cook-off next, right? So I need to know all the notes.
And I put lots of beans in my chili. You gotta have navy beans in there. I've judged some chili cook-offs before, and I mean, when you're judging chili cook-off, you have a lot of different chilies there.
Yeah.
And I can tell by looking at it.
You're like,
if I want to even taste it. And I hate to say that, but I've been to a lot of chili cook-offs where if I see a bean, you know, if I see a piece of onion, you're not supposed to be able to see anything except meat and red in a bowl of chili. And that's just my opinion. Everybody's got their own, you know, I go through.
but he does judge, so.
I go to Oklahoma City.
His opinion is valued.
I go to Oklahoma City to my in-laws, and they make a white chili, which has chicken and
Like,
maybe beans.
that's soup, right?
It's delicious, but it ain't chili. And I just like, it's good chili. Oh, go over you. It's wonderful. But that's just my opinion. I'm kind of a purist when it comes to that. You know, there's nothing wrong with having a pot of beans right here and a pot of chili right here. And if you want to throw some beans on there, and I do it sometimes. You know, I'll throw some beans on there, but it doesn't get mixed up in the pot.
I'm adding some, I love making potatoes, get a little caramelized. I love that little caramelization on the outside. It adds a whole other flavor. We boil our potatoes, they taste totally different. I came from a family, I told you to boil stuff, so I don't do boils. Every I let my potatoes get a good crisp to them, and then I tossed in some onions and our hatch chilies, and we just kind of want to sweat those down just a little bit. And on this one, I used the raw hatch chilies because I wanted to give them a chance to cook in our dish and just kind of let those flavors blossom off onto the potatoes, onto the onions, and let them blend really well. And I didn't want that extra layer. We got a lot of smokiness, a lot of roastedness going in our salsa. So I want to keep that hatch flavor going to give it a little bit of heat, but I don't want to compete with my salsa. I want to complement. So I have the brighter notes of the peppers in here coming through with just a little bit of crispness left in the edges. The hatch are a little spicy because I'm feeling the heads of it. Yeah. They do have a little kick to them this year.
They do have a kick.
You never really know what you're going to get. They always tell you, oh, we have mild, we have hot. And I do believe there does exist a medium as well, which I don't think we normally bring in because sometimes your hot's hot, sometimes your hot's not that hot. But I think we got some good heat this time. Last year, I think it was the hot, they didn't have much of a kick to them last year. So I think we were kind of sometimes playing. Don't inhale, little stirring.
Right there.
Wow. Gonna be some good eating now. Can y'all get a refill on water before this comes out?
I got plenty of water here.
There you go. All right, you're ready to take. So like I said, sometimes you never know what you're going to get, but we got some heat here. Now this chorizo, I don't know if y'all worked at all with a Spanish-style chorizo, but this is like a dry cured chorizo, which is very different from the new or old Mexican chorizo. This is Spanish style. I love the dry cured chorizo. It's when we cook it up, we'll have a little bit of oil that comes out, but not quite as much as the other chorizo. But it's got a very different texture to it, much more solid texture than typical ground chorizo, Mexican miso. I like that. We're just going to give this a second in here before we add our shrimp. I think that's my shrimp down there, Terry. Awesome. So basically, I'm getting all my flavors going on in here. Turn down, up here. I'm going to get all my flavors going in here. Get that flavor of the chorizo, the flavor of the onions, the flavor of the peppers, because my shrimp doesn't take very long to cook at all. So I want all my flavors going on first, and then my shrimp just kind of goes in there real quick till we're done. And then we'll ready.
Maybe you need a longer spoon.
There you go, a longer spoon would be great. I am going to take a little potato out and check it for the seasoning on the salt. I might need a little more salt in there, no? Yeah, pass me on the salt. I don't know, maybe I should taste it. Maybe.
Sugar.
Exactly.
Owl.
There we go. All right, there we go. For me, potatoes, I like my potatoes salty, but you don't want to salt it before you put that chorizo in there, because your chorizo is going to add a little more salt and seasoning down to the chorizo.
That looks wonderful. I just want to eat that.
There you go. It's kind of like a nice little breakfast hash there for
I
you
was
right
just
there.
going to say that
Be perfect for breakfast, a little egg
An
pop.
omelet that
With some white bread.
All right, we're good on salt. Got a lot going on in there. A little bit of heat for the peppers. Shrimp going down. Now on this one too, if you'd like, you can use almost any size shrimp will do. And then, oops, we missed a tail. That might be a little crunchy in
that's the
there.
tail.
There you go. That might be a little crunchy. All right, now.
It's roughage.
There you go.
Chuck Ryan roughage.
So you can really use any size shrimp, or another method too, like Terry cut the shrimp in half lengthwise. You can also do that. Shrimp will get just distributed a little bit more when we put them into our lettuce cups. So